Hey, I see we got Wax Ram on. Thanks for joining. I don't know how long I'll be on here. I just figured I'd test it out since everybody else stopped streaming for the night. Yeah, there you are. I actually set up my my chat. I'm still using it on my phone tonight because of this angle I got set up, but I actually have my TV on the wall showing the chat really big, so I'm going to eventually move one of the pinball machines that direction so I can easily see it. So I've got it up on the chat here on the little screen. So I'll try to keep paying attention down there as long as I'm playing. Just getting warmed up on this one. A lot of times with this game, I don't even play for points. I just kind of shoot whatever's open at the time. There's a ton of modes, though, so all of these little TV screens down here are actually separate modes you can enable. And then, of course, the last one on each row is the final run. All of them to get to the Rumble, which then ends up being a 6-ball multi-ball, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, it's dark at the top. I tried to move around. I've got my studio light back here reflecting off the ceiling, but it's really dark up there. I did put a little a black plastic piece in between so the DMD screen doesn't reflect down into it, but it's really dark. But really the only thing that's going on up there is like in the pop bumpers and the rollovers. But I'm going to try to set up this camera a little better next time I stream this game and be a little bit more over the top. And just have more light coming in from the side. I was originally going to move the games around a little bit so that way I could have the camera set up on the end here, and I just didn't have a lot of time today, so this was kind of a last minute thing. Figured I'd try it before I go to bed. So the funny thing is that mode, the Undertaker mode, you're supposed to drop the dead drop targets on the left, which I do almost all the time except when that mode is active. I can never get the shot after it starts. There's a lot of strategy to that shot too, like ricocheting it off of other things to hit. So besides the regular modes, the primary function is to hit all the ramps that are flashing to collect the wrestlers. So each of these main ramps and the under pathway there has 3 wrestlers assigned. Once you collect all of them, and usually as you go through it, the sequence is required. At the beginning you can hit any of them, and then it starts going in sequence. And you're supposed to collect all 9 wrestlers, and that starts the Pandemonium multi-ball. But you also have to be progressing through individual modes to get to the Rumble mode at the end, which also requires hitting all 3 in combination to then activate it. So it's actually pretty difficult to get all the way through the game. And there's so many different shots. So at this point, I'm supposed to go back upwards through this left side behind the Undertaker's coffin there, which is a really tricky shot. You have to make it like right off the tip of the flipper there, like right when it's about to drain. Got the big boss man. Yeah, I'm gonna try for the 6 ball. It's pretty cool. All the multi-balls in this game end up becoming add-a-ball feature as well. So as long as you're not cradling a ball, if you're playing, it'll show a countdown, and then you'll hear the crowd count down for an extra ball, and then just like the Royal Rumble match, it'll eject another ball in as if it's another wrestler. So I'll try to activate that one too. Alright, so now we're in the tag team mode. So in this mode, down the outline, in tag team mode, the goal is to hit all 6 of the tag stand-up targets. And then there's actually a captive ball up there to collect the tag bonus. Because I sucked so bad on the first 2 balls, the 3rd ball automatically starts with multi-ball ready. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the 3X multi. So all I have to do now is get up into that upper ring by either hitting the left ramp or the Macho Man up kicker on the right side. And because my first 2 balls were pretty bad, the specials are lit in the outline for extra ball. Alright, so this mode is the bonsai mode, which is active, but if I go up that left bonsai ramp, it's still going to activate the multi-ball instead. There we go. So the diverter took me to the ring. Oh, I missed. It still started. Usually you have to hit at least 1 target up there. Alright, so now I've got 3 ball going. And as long as I keep at least 2 balls active, that countdown up there will show when another ball is going to enter. Ah, and I lost 2 of them just like that. And the crowd boos. Alright, I can activate it again. There we go. So this is the Roddy Piper sleeper hold mode. So the idea is to hit the pop bumpers at the top to put the opponent to sleep. Oh man. And the best way to get to the pops, you can go up the side loop or shoot it up through the orbit. Whoops, I bumped the camera. And then drop it down through the top. But now since I drained the ball, it's going to restart all the modes. So we'll go 3X multi. There we go. So I got Yokozuna, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Boss Man. So there's my 3X combo, all 3 ramps, which is pretty awesome. So now I got to do that again to collect Doink. Oop. Or I can go into either of the 2 holes up there to start the modes. And in some cases, when you complete those tags, then the launch button here flashes and you hit your pinfall, so count 1, 2, 3. And now I've got my collect tag lit up there too. Just like that. So it collects, and there's my 3 count. That captive ball up here, when you hit it, it actually rolls through and hits one of the pop bumpers. And if you hit the pop bumper, then you get an extra bonus. So it's pretty big scores. Alright, so now I can either start modes or continue going around to the different ramps. So there's the Doink ramp. There we go. Lex Luger. And Shawn Michaels. Nice. Another combo. So I've just got Tatanka left to start the multi-ball. Ooh, not quite. So one of the things, if you've already hit all the ramps and they're already highlighted, continually hitting those ramps adds a letter to the Macho Man goal. Once that's lit, then the Macho mode opens up on the right side, which gives you like, I forget how many million, like 10 million points per drop target in the upper ring, which is really cool. Still got to get to Tonka on the left though. There we go. Alright, so now I can get to the ring to start. Looks like I got Macho mode start ready. See if I can do it. Sometimes it just has enough momentum to get up there. Alright, here we go. Ah, too late. Too early. Alright, so what I'm trying here is to hit up this right pathway to the up kicker. Nope. Whoa. Or I can go up the left bonsai ramp as well. It has a diverter that will take it in. Oh, started mode. So this is the belt round, which also happens up in the upper playfield. So I got to get up there either way. Alright. Nope. Started another mode. You can stack modes too, obviously. So now I've got Doink mode active at the same time. Which in this one, you're actually looking... Oh, and I started the Pandemonium. So I'm actually working towards that 6-ball wizard mode here pretty quickly. So this Pandemonium mode is also a Battle Royal style in the upper playfield, if I can get up there. Then I have to hit that little lock hole at the very top that's flashing orange. Jeez. Oh, got it. There we go. But now I'm in Pandemonium. Missed it. There we go. Now I got Pandemonium multi-ball. And you get a lot of points or multipliers by keeping one ball up there in the ring. And then you also want to hit the flashing jackpot targets. If I can keep these two balls going, I can get a third ball kicked back in. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, man. Didn't hit a jackpot on that either. The nice thing is it gives you a restart if you get back in the ring. I've got 10 seconds left. Did collect an extra ball. Dang it. Get up there. Oh, I might... 2, 1... Oh, I got it. The last second. So they give you that one restart if you get back into the ring before the timer counts down. The jackpot. We've got less than 10 seconds left before the next ball comes in. There's the countdown. There it is, next ball ejecting into the ring. And you can, if you can balance all the multi-ball, you can actually build this up to 6 at the same time. Down the outline. Dang. Oh. So I collected enough extra balls there. This game actually goes up into the billions, so I've got 1.3 billion, I think is my highest ever. And I think there's enough room on the DMD, you can go up to like 10 billion or something, so I don't think it ever maxes out on this one. Because it's hard enough to break a billion, but it can easily go 10, 15 billion if you could ever play that long. That was a bad ball, but I might have a freeze. It's got a pretty flexible ball saver built in. And then it also has this buy-in mode too, which I don't usually use if I'm going for score, but you can actually buy an extra ball for the full credit price after your third ball drains. Let's see if it rolls through with my score. Oh, it must have reset. Yeah, there's my 893. I changed the batteries out not too long ago, which I think reset my scores.
The World Wrestling Federation. For over 50 years, the revolutionary force in
Boobs for views. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I've got these 5 here. There's a Pinball right behind me, and I've got 2 in my shop, and then video games everywhere else. Date East 1994, in honor of this Sunday's Royal Rumble on the WWE Network. So I figured before I go to bed, I'm going to play a little bit of the classic Royal Rumble pinball. Alright, so we're starting a new game. At the beginning of each game, you get to choose 3 different bonuses that Hogan's pointing out here. So the best one is usually the 3x multiplier. Each of those affect different modes in the game, but the 3x multi, if you're trying for points, that's definitely the best way to go. And then your skill shot, when the ball is flying up at the rollovers at the top, you can control which lane is actually flashing lit. So you want the ball to roll through the lit lane. Alright, and so at this point, the flashing mode is the sleeper pop, so that's the Roddy Piper mode. It's set up so if I drop into the start mode, it'll activate which one is flashing here. But this will change based on different pop bumpers and other things you hit. So I just hit the ramp and collected Yokozuna, and that changed the mode to the no-holds-barred brawl. Oh, wow, center post saved me there. There we go. So this is a video mode. So you tap the buttons real fast to beat the grapple. So I'm Tatanka there on the left. And you get a pretty awesome bonus for that. And then of course it'll tell you to make the tag, but what that's meaning is count your pinfall, and you hit the tag button 3 times to count the pinfall for a bonus. There we go, we got Hacksaw Duggan. Oh, that was bad. Oh yeah, I mean, this game isn't super hard. I mean, you can really get up there. It depends on the settings of the game too, but you can easily, get multi-billions. My best playing just at the default settings is just over 1 billion, but it takes a while. It's not really hard. It's just you've got to really go a long time. Yeah, a lot of times if I'm playing for score, it's easy to put in 15 or 20 minutes on a single credit. Alright, so at this point I'm going to run out of my timer there. Whoa, hit the glass. Missing the start mode shot. There we go, Lex Luger. Let's go for Boss Man. Wow, right down the side. Oh yeah, I grew up with it as WWF, and it's taken a long time to even call it WWE, but now it's been over 10 years since that change happened. Pretty crazy. Let's go with the, I've already got Pandemonium because I think I'm on my 3rd ball already, and I did terrible on the first 2 balls, so I'm going to go with Pop Bonus. So the Pop Bonus gives you extra power when you hit those pop bumpers, extra points. And at this point, it's wanting me to get up into the ring to start the Pandemonium mode. There we go, again, championship belt round, which is also up in the top ring. Here's the video mode. So I'm Hogan smashing Yokozuna with a chair, and I went down the outline. Yeah, WWF was the name from pretty much the very early 80s up through about, I think it was 2000, late 2001, early 2002. World Wrestling Federation. Yeah, Superfly. Superfly is not in this game. There was a lot of guys at the time. This game came out in '94. A lot of guys left to WCW around '93 when the game was in the works. So they actually redid all of the artwork before they released the game. Initially, it had completely different layout. The back glass, this is actually the prototype back glass that was before they changed it. The official back glass only has Hogan, Bret Hart, Yokozuna, and Lex Luger, Macho Man, and The Undertaker, of course. But somebody was able to go through and reproduce the original prototype, which is amazing. But yeah, this whole game changed significantly with all the people that left the company, and that was right after they had the big steroid trial. It was a pretty rough time for WWF at the time. And Vince McMahon almost went to jail for a long time, but he beat the government and was not convicted. Whether that means he was innocent or not is anybody's guess, but according to the law, he was innocent. Yeah, a lot of wrestling fans now are much younger. Oh, that went right down the center. I started watching wrestling right around WrestleMania 3, which is about 87, I believe. But I've, of course, gone back, and I love everything about pro wrestling, so I've gone back, and as a kid, we used to... Dang it, that was bad. Probably have a freeze. I used to rent every video that was available out there, and I watched all the WrestleManias on VHS over and over and over. At the time, pay-per-view was still just a brand new thing to even be able to order it on cable. There we go. I'm Tatanka versus Macho Man. Oh, there we go. Just barely beat him. Oh. God, this game is kicking my butt tonight, which is really rare. I haven't played it in a long time, though, and I'm also really tired because it's like 2 a.m. 1:45. I just heard a follow there. Thank you for the follow. Boobies for views. Now, I think technically that's against the Twitch regulations for the boobies. But I appreciate the view. Hey, there's Voo Voof. Thanks for following. Thanks for watching tonight. So, just for you, I don't know where... Oh, my cat's taking a nap on the floor. If he gets up, I'll pick him up and show you on the camera there. Earlier, he was bumping around with the cameras and stuff, and I wasn't sure if I was even going to be able to stream tonight. He decided he likes the base of these tripods. Alright, we're going to go with the long timer. So long timer bonus allows your modes to last just a little bit longer, which helps if you're trying to complete the modes. The nice thing is you can get to the Royal Rumble Wizard mode at the end without actually completing the modes as long as you start them. So right now I've got the Undertaker mode started. So the point is to knock down all these drop targets on the left, which is easy when I'm not in the mode. There, I got one. There we go, let's try it. Ah, too late. So the idea is to drop all 4 in one go, and I've never done it because the angle is really tricky. So you can either usually bounce it off the slingshot or from the right flipper. Sometimes you can get a good shot going there, or even coming out of the pop bumper sometimes works better than even a direct shot off the flippers. Alright, we're going to go 3-ball pandemonium. Oh yeah, a lot of people there are stuck in the blizzard on the East Coast. Thankfully, I'm here on the in the Pacific Northwest. We got nothing but warm snow, lots of rain. quite get around for the Big Boss Man loop there. Let's go for start mode. Bonsai ramp. So in this mode, oh, I knew it. Should have flipped. The bonsai mode's great, but it's tricky. So you want to loop around the big loop, and it takes it all the way around back to the right. You can, and Yokozuna climbs the turnbuckle and drops his gigantic ass on the opponent. One of the coolest animations on there, but it's very hard to do since you have to loop, I think, about 6 times. One of the bonuses is to reduce that by half. Oh, cool. So here's the championship belt round up here. And I just activated the multi-ball mode. And I fell out of the ring. Alright, so at this time I want to hit the flashing jackpots. So the left bonsai ramp, there we go. I want to hit the right loop. So when you hear it say make the tag, while you're playing, it also wants you to count to 3 on the tag launch button down in the front here, which is a great distraction. There we go. Hit that jackpot. So I want to go up the left bonsai ramp again. Not enough power from the left. Here we go. I got the special though, since it drained, but that closes out my multi-ball. Too much going on. No tilt. That was the, there's actually a rumble motor built in, so when you have multi-ball going, the entire table vibrates and shakes. So when it tilts, everything will drain. You'll hear Vince McMahon shout, "You're fired." Alright, we're going to kick it on again. Try that again here. Alright, so I got tag team mode. So in here you want to hit all the tag team stand-up targets on the right. And you actually get a bonus if you hit... Oh man, right down the center. If you hit the stand-up target here, bounce it to the second one and hit 2 in a single shot, you get an extra bonus. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, MamaCast91. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I guess Twitch does put commercials randomly in the stream, so at some point, if I get enough followers, I guess that's what the subscription modes are for. So on some channels, if you have the opportunity to subscribe, it turns off all the commercials on that channel. So I'm pretty new. I've only been streaming, you know, this is like my second major stream. So I don't know how long it takes to become a partner to have that available, but I think the average is you have to have like 500 viewers consistently. So we're far from that, but I usually only stream in the middle of the night too, so I'll have to start doing some daytime streams if I want to get more viewers. But I've got plenty of games, so I'll be switching up the pinball machines, and I have about 35 working arcade machines too, so we'll be streaming actual gameplay on real arcade machines in addition to pinball machines. There we go, collected Bret Hart. There's Yokozuna. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Oh, not quite. Lex Luger. Let's go for Doink. There we go. Doink the Clown. Not quite. So I noticed that my right slingshot is not super sensitive. It's not always kicking. And I think it's just because I need to get in there and clean. There's a lot of rubber dust and stuff, so I think the sensor is not tagging it correctly there without a strong hit. There we go. Tatanka. Now I got to collect all 3 of the guys in the right loop. Oh, that was awful. What do we got here? Yeah, so with the Pinball, of course, there's WrestleMania LE that's right here. I streamed that earlier the week. The one to my left is Freddy Nightmare on Elm Street. And then I've got Genesis, and then Firepower 2. And I've also got Day to East Batman and the original Firepower, which are both out at... I've got one at a shop and one at my friend's house in his garage. And then video games-wise, behind this camera, I've got Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 and WrestleMania. And then, of course, Pinball behind me. There's Race Driving, which is the upright driving simulator. And then Road Blasters is the sit-down cockpit, Road Blasters shooting driving game. And then in my office over here, we've got Lethal Enforcers, Light Gun, Bad Dudes, RoboCop, and a 4-player WrestleFest. And then the back of the house is filled with other games. Star Wars, Joust, Gorf, Omega Race, Street Fighter 2, Atari's Assault, the tank game. And I've got one of those little, chicken machines. You put a quarter in and a little chicken turns and it gives you an egg with a prize in it. Got one of those. Kind of goofy, but I always remember those as a kid. It was a lot of fun. Out in the garage, I've got Phoenix, Donkey Kong, Play Choice 10, which is a Nintendo arcade machine. It's got Nintendo games built in. So I've got like 10 Nintendo games in there, including Pro Wrestling and all the Mario Brothers, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. I also have Phoenix, which currently has Time Pilot installed in it. And I've got a Kangaroo, which is being rebuilt, but it currently has one of those 16-1 boards in it, just so I can test the monitor out. And then I got a Frogger downtown that I'm working on, and quite a few little project cases that they don't have any monitors or games or anything. Got a Rampage I'm working on, all original. Pretty much all my games, I want them to all be original machines, so they're not like conversions from other systems. I tried to restore them back to what they were supposed to be originally. In the case of like Kangaroo, I never really cared about Kangaroo, but I got one super cheap that they were going to throw away because they couldn't get it to work. It was actually a different game that had been converted, and it wasn't taking coins anymore. And it sat on Craigslist for like 2 months, and nobody wanted to buy it. So they were going to throw it out, so I went and got it. And it turns out that's where they had the WrestleMania. So I ended up getting WrestleMania out of it, which is one of the games I had wanted. Since it has the Undertaker on the side, I had to have it. So it worked out pretty good. But that Kangaroo, I probably put more money into trying to make it a Kangaroo than a Kangaroo's even worth. A good Kangaroo is probably worth maybe $300, and by the time I'm done getting this thing back together, I probably will have like $450 into it. So I just like to do it because it was supposed to be Kangaroo, even though it's not going to make me any money to sell it. But I like to have the original games, and it's got good artwork. Not a particularly great game, but not bad either. Oh, down the out lane. No, Addams Family. No, Addams Family is extremely expensive. I like it. It's one that I probably wouldn't own because there's other games that are cheaper that I'd rather have like 2 of instead of one of those. Which I sometimes think about with this WrestleMania next to me. That's the most expensive one because it just came out less than a year ago. And it was really expensive, but it's WrestleMania, and it was a special limited edition signed by Hulk Hogan. And of course, as you can tell, I collect pro wrestling games and memorabilia, so I had to have it. But I could have a good Addams Family for a little less than I paid for the WrestleMania. Yeah, I'm a chicken machine. You know, I'll probably set it up and I'll move the cameras and we'll play, you know, maybe a minute. That's about how much entertainment you can get out of it. About a minute of chicken gameplay. We'll go through and open all the eggs and see what prizes are in there. I would bet that most of those prize eggs have been in that machine for going on 15 to 20 years at least. The guy I bought it from, it was in his garage, and it was in his parents' store, and they closed the store down over 10 years ago. Oh, that was bad. I'll have a ball saver for that one. Wow, there was no ball saver? That's surprising. This game is usually pretty flexible about ball save. I definitely want to hit the Royal Rumble mode at least one time before I shut down the stream for the night. So I need to pay attention to what I'm doing if I'm going to do that. This game's already off to a bad start, so I doubt it'll happen, but oftentimes my best games, all the score comes from one ball. So we'll see. The key to getting to the Rumble is just start all the modes. You don't even have to complete them, you just have to start them. I do want to get Frogger working. I have everything going except the monitor needs to be rebuilt. It's missing the green color. I also have to put the new artwork on the control panel, but I have all the original controls and the buttons and everything, but the original artwork had been... they converted it to a Arkanoid, which is kind of like Breakout. And it's not a bad game, but it wasn't what was supposed to be in there. So I was lucky to get a broken Arkanoid that turned out to be an original Frogger for really cheap. So I put 200 bucks into, oh dang, getting all the new artwork and parts for it. So it'll be a pretty nice Frogger for under $400 when it's all said and done. Boy, if there was a real chicken egg in that vending machine, it would stink. But I tell you what, that machine really did stink when I bought it because it had been in that guy's garage for 10 years. Something was nasty and moldy in there. And the game itself, the wood was good quality, so the game wasn't moldy, but it had just absorbed so much of the smell from that garage. And I also got a crane machine from the guy too, and all of the stuffed animals that were in that crane machine, I had to throw them away because they all smelled like mold. And I have a fear that it's possible that there might have been some mice in that crane machine that I didn't know about because it was in my garage for a while before I opened it up, and now I have mice, or I have evidence of mice in my garage. So I gotta get some traps. But I think they might have come in that crane machine. I got the special, but I'm not really paying a lot of attention to this game since I want to start fresh and try to focus on getting into the Rumble mode. Alright, there we go, Hitman. Wow, I really kicked it. It's amazing, sometimes the ball will get so much spin, and it doesn't even look like it, but it touches one of these rubber posts and it just flies. There we go, sleeper mode. Get some Roddy Piper music here. Bumpers at the top, and it puts extra pressure on the sleeper hold. And if you get, oh, there it goes. So you can put him to sleep if you hit it enough, and you get a lot of points, but I've never completed that mode. A lot of these modes are actually really difficult to complete all the way. Oh. Technically got credit for that, but it didn't go all the way around. Alright, so there's Mr. Fuji with the extra ball. There we go. So on my third ball, I got an extra ball and a second one, so I got 2 extra balls here on the third ball. Alright, so now we've got the belt round. Want to get up to the ring, there we go. So in this one, I want to drop all those drop targets up in the ring. Oh, and I dropped it. If I get back up in there real fast, I might be able to do it. Oh, not quite. There we go, up kicker. There we go. So I got one belt. I gotta drop them all three again to get the next belt. I want to get the tag team titles. Here we go. Ah, come on, just one more. Dang. So the nice thing when you're up here and there's no mode active, when you drop these three, then you get a multiplier, so you can crank up the multiplier. And that diverter at the right, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, the diverter opens up to try to make, just like that, to make you accidentally kick the ball out and it gets you out of the ring. So it makes it a little bit more tricky to stack your multiplier up. Sound like we might have just got another follower. I'll have to look here in a second. I don't have an easy access screen to show me. So if anybody just followed, thank you so much. Really appreciate the follow. Alright, Waxworm, good night. Thanks for stopping in. Let's see here. Nope, still boobs for views. Last follow. Thanks again for that follow. Appreciate it. Alright, so we got Crush. So actually, this third ball is actually going way better than I expected, considering the first two balls sucked. Alright, so now we're in tag team mode with the smoking guns, Billy and Bart Gunn. So you can usually backhand up there. There we go. So I got to hit two more tag buttons there on the right. Nope, not quite. Oh. That post sometimes helps, but it oftentimes will just take the momentum down and then your flippers just drop it right down the drain. Alright, we're on our extra. We still have another extra. Let's go with pop bonus. So this game, we're still only at a little over 400 million, so not huge. Love Hacksaw Jim Duggan's music. Let's go for the next mode start. Nope. So the next mode here is Search for Doink. See if I can start that before I drain it. Nope. Oh, there we go. So now we got Doink active. So in this mode, you want to hit all the holes there, and he's randomly in one of them. And so the screen up there is counting which ones I've gone to. So I got one, the second one's on the left, the fourth one is the flashing orange up there on the right, which is a really hard shot to get, because you have to come off this right flipper. And usually you got to have momentum coming down the side. Oh, there we go. Got him. That's where he was. Alright, so now I got the brawl mode. So I'm a hacksaw on the left. There we go. Oh, down the out lane, and that was it. And that was one more mode to go before the Rumble. I'm going to buy in. I got the buy-in set up, so I'm going to do one more ball here since we're so close. So I've got Pandemonium mode left, which is a fun multi-ball, if I can get into the start mode. There we go. Alright, so Pandemonium, got to get into the ring for that. There's my pinfall. Whoa, that was dangerous. So I'm going up to enter the ring from the left ramp. Saved it. There we go. Alright, so we got Pandemonium, which means I gotta hit that Oh, it kicked me out. Oh, because I've got Royal Rumble active. Oh, that was it. When the Rumble's active, you got to hit all three of the primary, the two ramps and the loop underneath in sequence, and then back up into the ring to start the Rumble. But then it kicks out 6 balls all at one time. And then throughout that mode, you've got 6 balls you're trying to balance. You can also get extra balls when you throw up into the upper kick-out hole in the center, and that's how you throw guys out of the ring. The pop bumpers also take damage off of the opponents, and you have to kick out 9 guys from the ring to win. And again, I've never won. I've never lasted more than like 2 or 3 eliminations. Really tricky, but someday I'll do it. And someday when I've got a lot of time, I'll stream as long as it takes to do it. So that was a 669,000 or million points, which is, I guess, above average. Still kind of low for me, but average games are usually in the 300 to 400 million. Let's see who we got on here. Got Boobs Reviews, that's it. Everybody else left. I don't know, maybe not. It says I got 5 viewers. That probably includes myself and the chat bot. Yep, so I don't know if we've got anybody else left on here, but I'll keep playing for a little bit longer. We're at a little after 2 o'clock in the AM on the West Coast, so East Coast time is really early. But since everybody's getting snowed on, maybe everybody's got Saturday available. Alright, so we're at 2:08 when this game started. I'm going to try to time this game out. I'm going to go for the Rumble mode again, see what we can do here in terms of score. Since there's not many people on here. I'm going to just go for it. Try to get one good game in before we wrap up for the night. Alright, I got doink mode. Not in that one. Not in that one. Bonsai mode active. Whoa. Oh, that was cheap. It diverted to the left ramp, or the left in lane. The bonsai mode is pretty cool with that diverter because it can send either to the left or right. I'm not going to make it though, so. Need to just hit this start, light mode start. Whoa. Quiet. I'm hitting the right spot, but it's not lit. I'll light the mode first. Alright, here we go. Center ramp. Oh. Center ramp, nope. Oh, stay in. There we go. There we go. Undertaker mode. Oh, that was cheap. That up kicker will put spin on the ball, so sometimes you'll get a good shot that you can dead flip right from the left over to the right side, and that time it just had enough spin that instead of bouncing over, it drained right down. Doesn't always work the way I think. Wow, that was quick. Got crushed, but the music's not playing. Oh. Yeah, this game sucks. Alright, well thanks, Boobs for Views. Thanks for hanging out for a while here. Thanks for the follow, appreciate it. And we'll catch you later. I'm already at ball 3. This was a terrible game here. I'm gonna blame it on the fact that it's after 2 a.m. and I'm pretty tired. Stream of WrestleMania a couple days ago, it was the sun was coming up and I was having great games. That's the longest it's ever hung out in the pop bumpers. It'd be nice if it did that during the mode when you're supposed to be in the pops. Wow. Well, it says I got 5 viewers, but my chat log doesn't show anybody but me and the Moobot. I've been playing for 58 minutes. Alright, maybe an hour is good enough for tonight. If we have anybody on the chat, speak up if you want me to hang out and play another couple of games. Otherwise, I'm gonna call it a night. I'll start one more here. And if I don't get any more requests for more games, I'm going to wrap it up. Come on. Just got no luck tonight. The game is telling me it's time to go to bed. Oh, that should have started my... Well, I guess technically the Pandemonium mode is started. I've got to throw him through the flashing orange light up there. See if I can do it. Dang. This game is telling me to shut it down. There we go, sleeper mode. Oh! Yep, it's almost time to rage quit. Goodness. At least that was a special there. There we go. On the loop. Alright. Multi-ball activated. hit the jackpot. Come on, hold it up. Dang it. Oh. Last ball. Buy in. We're going to kick that multi-ball back on one more time. And this is it. This is the last ball of the night. Having a terrible night of gameplay. I appreciate everybody who's been hanging out and watching. We'll stream this again. I don't know if I'm going to be back tomorrow or Sunday. Sunday's the actual Royal Rumble on the WWE Network. I'll probably be watching that. So we'll see. I know we got another guy on Pinsider who was talking about streaming his Royal Rumble at the same time, and we're going to do some head-to-head attempts at score here, but I don't know if I'm going to be around on Sunday to do it or not. But the way I'm playing tonight, he's beat me already. Oh, just let it drop on that one. I did get the extra ball. Oh, still have 2 added though. As long as I keep flipping for at least 15 seconds without draining. Oh, I couldn't even do anything about that. So now I've got 12 seconds left to get back in the ring and restart the mode. Not gonna happen. Look at that. Come on. There we go. Let's get it up the side. Oh, look at that. I might do it. Oh, I missed it just by a second. Alright. Let's do some loops. See, there's the diverter. If you're doing too many loops, the diverter opens up and says, nope, back to the playfield. Oh, that's it. Alright, guys. If anybody's still hanging out, thank you so much. We'll play this some more later when I'm not so tired, and maybe during the afternoon sometime. Oh, looks like we got a viewer, a new viewer. Boy, I'm on a really... Azathoth Cult. Thanks for viewing. Sorry I'm going to be taking off. That was my last game, but thanks for watching. I don't know how long you've been hanging out, but thank you so much. If you want to see more, please go ahead and click follow. I really appreciate it. And I'll be back sometime here in the next several days. If not this weekend, it'll be early next week. We've got some extra things planned. I'll probably move back over to WrestleMania for a while. And we're definitely moving on to Genesis and possibly Pinball. One thing we're going to do on this stream as well, we're going to actually do some repair videos. So I've got actually a new ramp for WrestleMania. It needs to have a lot of cleaning done, so we're probably going to open it up and do some cleaning too. So cool. Yep, there you are. Thanks. Really appreciate the view. And we'll catch you later. Have a good evening.
Oh, yeah!
Thank you so much for the follow.